What's up, family? This is Yuda. Seems we have some people that really don't understand what redemption means. The comments from several people that I've got, maybe one, I don't know for sure, seem to think that redemption is suggesting that the Creator Himself is going to personally pick them up, carry them across the ocean, drop them off in the land where their forefathers were created. So let's take a close look at the word redemption and what it means. Redemption, it's a noun. It means the action of saving or being saved from sin, error, or evil. It has nothing to do with somebody coming to get you. I believe that people that think this way are trying to convince themselves that it's okay to stay where you are, even though you can afford to leave. You choose to wait because of that word redemption. That's why I keep saying, almost in every lesson, pay attention to the words, look them up, get a good understanding. Like the Creator said, in all you're getting, get a good understanding. You can't excuse yourself, convince yourself to believe something that ain't true. Understand what you read. Redemption has nothing to do with you getting out of a country like Babylon before it's imminently destroyed. You got to do something yourself. You can have all the faith in the world, but if you don't take action, your faith don't mean nothing. Redemption is not what these people think. Look at it. Saving, freeing from sin, vindication, absolution. What does that sound like to you? The action of regaining or gaining possession of something in exchange for payment or clearing an error. That's the problem with our people today. 90% of them, or 2/3 of them, are in error. Then somebody told me that Lot was rescued by 2 angels. What difference does that make? That wasn't redemption. That was Lot being led out of a place by the grace of the Creator only. When Israel left Egypt, the Creator sent a man, 2 men as a matter of fact, Moses and his brother Aaron. He sent 2 men. Malachi 3:6 says, I am the Lord your God, I change not. So today, we have all this technology. I can't walk across the world to witness to somebody, but we have computers now and the internet, so I can send this message across the globe. I'm a man. Just like Jeremiah, when he tried to convince Israel, stop being stubborn, go ahead and go into Babylon, surrender. They wanted to kill him because they didn't like what he was saying. Like I say in all of my lessons, I am not here to make you do nothing. I'm not trying to convince you to do what this scripture says. My job description does not say make them believe. It says show my people the error of their ways. That's it. Once I give you the scripture and the context and break it down for you, I've done my job. So why are you sending me these comments trying to convince me that you are okay staying in Babylon? I explained to you, if you are able to go, you think you're not being tested? He's already told you to flee, and I know that you have the sense to look the word up and see what it means. It don't mean wait. It don't mean somebody's coming to rescue you. He's already sent his servants. The people that are teaching the truth today are his servants. And that don't mean that I'm claiming to be all holier than thou. I understand what I read. I take the time out to break the words down so that I can put it with the context and get a good understanding. And then I pass it on to you. So shoot me comments like those that I've been getting, they're not going to change nothing. You got the message. If you don't want to go, stay. Nobody can make you go nowhere. And if you can get up and go, get up and go. Don't be scared to get up and go. If you trust your Creator like you say you do, then trust him enough to believe that if you obey him, he will take care of you. When we came to Africa, do you think that wasn't scary for us? We didn't know nobody here. We had to trust the Creator. And when we got here, we wanted to get a residence permit, and everybody told us, oh, you can't do that. They're not going to let you do that. We tried. We got a residence permit. Then we went out to get the national ID. They, oh, you can't do that. They won't let you have a national ID. We got one. People, this is a test. He's testing your obedience. That's what's going on right now. And I just can't understand for the sake of my life. What is so hard about looking up these words to make sure you understand what you read? I'm not getting paid to do this. It costs me to do this. I get donations every now and then, and I appreciate them. I need the help, but I'm not asking none of y'all to send me donations. I'm not asking nobody to subscribe to this channel. I'm depending on the Creator himself to send anybody who's seeking out the truth and listen to somebody that is going to be trustworthy. I'm not looking for YouTube money. I'm not looking for your money. We spend our money to pay for this internet, to bring you these warnings. And the kind of comments that I'm seeing, it's like you feel like by saying the things you say makes it okay. It don't. He sent two angels to get Lot out of Sodom. He sent two men to get Israel out of Egypt. He sent Cyrus, a man, a Hamite at that, to free Israel from Nebuchadnezzar. All of these were men except for the two angels. What does that tell you? Who do you think we are? I know I've said this before in my lessons. I don't like doing these lessons, and I'm being honest before the Creator Himself. I don't like doing this, but I do love why I do it. It's a difference. It's a big difference. A lot of you work jobs. You don't like your job, but it pays the bills. So you do it, right? If you don't do it, guess what? Your bills won't get paid. These same principles apply to get out. That was a command. Get out. Flee from us. Save your lives. Run. That's what it said. How do you get weight from that? What makes you think if he was going to come and do this redemption thing in the way that you believe, wouldn't he have said that? Wouldn't he have said, y'all just stay where you are? I'm going to come personally and take you out. The fact that he told you to flee should have been enough. If he didn't want you to do something yourself, he wouldn't have never mentioned flee. He would have just told you, just hang tight. I'll be right there. But he told you to flee. Now, if you don't want to flee, don't flee. It's no skin off my back. Like I said, the only thing I'm obligated to do is bring you the messages that he gives me in my spirit. And I do that. I'm not perfect, but I do the best that I can. I try to make sure you understand clearly what these scriptures are saying. That means I have to study them over and over and over before I give them to you. So those of you that don't want to flee, don't flee. You don't have to. You can do whatever you want to do. You have free will and free choice. But don't twist his words. Don't try to make redemption about salvation or personally removing you from any land. Yes, we're scattered all over the globe. There's a misunderstanding about the gathering. So let me explain that. Before you gather, there has to be an exodus. We're scattered all over the globe. This will not happen suddenly. It will be a trickle, and gradually the pace will pick up until all his people, the 1/3, remember 2/3 ain't gonna make it, and that 2/3 are the one that is trying to convince themselves that they will be redeemed, which they think that means they will be rescued from their physical country. No, that's not what that means. That's not what that means. So nobody has to do anything they don't want to do. I have never told y'all, you better do this or you better do that. Not one time. I have not asked anybody to send me money. I have never asked for you to subscribe. I teach the Torah because that was the only book given to Israel. There was no other book given. There is no new covenant until the Creator returns. If you study the scriptures and look the words up, you will understand that he has to come back first before there can be an established new covenant. And it won't be a new covenant, because if he made a new covenant, what about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? They're already dead. So he would break the old covenant that he made with them and make a new one. Do you see how stupid that is? He's not going to leave Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob out. So what is he going to do? He's going to renew the original covenant. And there's only going to be one change in that new covenant that he's going to renew. What's new about it? It's this. This time, he is going to put everything in our hearts, in our entrails. That's never been done. That's what he means by when he says, not like the old covenant that I made with your forefathers. That's what's different. This covenant is going to be the same covenant, except he's going to put it in your hearts so that no man will need to teach his brother to know the Creator. They will all know him, greatest to the smallest. Look, people, I am really trying to help. At my age, do you think this don't have wear and tear on me? But yet I still keep coming. I'm not doing this for anything other than the fact that I care about what happens to you. Even those of you I've never seen, you still my family. And I would like to see you in the kingdom for the first time. But at this rate, the way some people are acting, you're not going to make it. You're too negative, you're too arrogant, and you're too stubborn. If you don't want to believe what I say, which is the reason I put these scriptures up here, is so that you can go check them out and verify them. I'm not asking you to take my word. If you do what I do, read the scripture, break the words down, get the context, put them together, and watch what you come up. Watch what you come up with. That's the reason I do it that way, so you can see for yourself. And if you did that, I wouldn't get these kind of comments. Now, I expect that from Christians. They're just stupid. I expect that. I don't expect nothing less from them, but I expect a whole lot more from you. It's not hard work. It's time consuming, but it's not hard work. It can be fun because you're going to find something that you didn't see the first time, and you're going to break open with this big grin thinking, wow, I didn't know that was there. You know what? Sometimes me and my wife read the same scripture from one month to the next, and every time we go back, guess what? We find something new. That book is alive. And if you trust in it, obey it, you will become alive. You will begin to see what it sees. And like the Creator says, in that day, no man will need to teach his brother to know the Creator, because they will all know him. Now the comment section, it's a bittersweet thing. But for me, as much as I'm trying my best to wake and open the eyes of my people, I can't believe some of the stuff that I get in the comment section. I really can't believe it. And it's like, what part of this word did you not understand? And that's what tells me they didn't understand exactly why that word was used the way it was. Sometimes you can use a general word, but depending on how you use that word, will turn the meaning upside down. It depends on how you use that word. That will help you understand. Look at how that word was used. Look at what was going on when that word was chosen. That's called context. Get that context. That context is going to help you understand. So I thought I would do this quick little lesson just so that those of you who have this word redeemed confused with rescue, it's not that. Redemption is simply forgiveness of sin. That's what it is. Shalom.